Pranesh, what a moment. This is certainly, of course, something that opposition and many political observers will say is something that wasn't expected lines. But the big question is that what will be the positioning beyond this? What will be the political campaigning beyond this? And what will be the messaging that will be taken out after this by the government? Some clues there in what Kiran Rijiju said.
Madhav, thank you for joining us with your perspective. I'll open this up with our guests, but viewers, here it is, the story as it stands. The fight to ensure 33% women's quota has resulted in 100% betrayal. Let me say that again. The fight to ensure 33% women's quota has resulted in 100% betrayal. And those who oppose the bill have come out of the house and are saying, "Humne bill rok diya." We'll play out those reactions in just a bit, but let me quickly put this in context. Over the last 2 days, we've seen fierce debate, arguments, counter-arguments in Parliament. That's a sign of a healthy, functioning democracy. That is how it should be. The Prime Minister went on to make an appeal. He said, "I am giving you a blank check. Take the credit, take what you want. Please support the bill. Let's do this for Nari Shakti." Amit Shah said that there has been decades of delay already. Let's bury our differences. Let's come together, pass the bill. None of that worked, viewers. The numbers as they stand, 298 voted for this, 230 opposed it. The special majority, the two-thirds present and voting that the bill needed, did not happen. Who will answer for this? The Modi government had made it clear that if the bill does not go through, the opposition will get the anti-women tag. So let's introduce the panel. Sanju Verma, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Tushar Gupta on the show. Harshvardhan Tripathi ji. Niladri Bhattacharya. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress Party. Ashwini Mishra, my first question to you is very simply this. Why could you not bury differences and back the bill?
Why should we back the bill which is not good for the people of the country? We back the women reservation bill. The bill which we did not back it, not a women reservation bill. It is a wrapper. It is another bill which BJP wanted to have a backdoor entry to do delimitation, and we will not allow BJP to do its dirty politics. That is what we have been telling. We did pass women reservation bill in 2023. What was the need for Modi ji to bring in another amendment and create another clause why we will support something which is not good for the people of the country? Why will support something which divides people on the regions lines, on different lines? So I think stop giving this narrative that we are against women reservation. We did pass women reservation bill in 2023. It is the Bharatiya Janata Party jiski
Mr. Mishra, I think you missed that part in the House where KC Venugopal said we have two conditions, one of which was 50% increase in seats across all states in writing. Home Minister Amit Shah said, "Give me just 60 minutes, 1 hour, and I will get that amendment here, everything in black and white." Even that assurance did not work.
Pranesh, you tell me, do you going to believe the words of this government? I can't. Because the kind of promises Modi ji has done in last 11 years has not stand its ground. I don't want to repeat those 2 crore jobs.
So Mr. Ashwini Mishra, if you made up your mind that nothing is going to work, that we can't trust the government with anything, then how are we going to function? That's a recipe for anarchy. You can have a reasoned debate. You can put forth your points. But if you are just going to say this blanket that, look, we don't trust the government, anything that they do, we have a problem, then how is it going to work?
Which is documented, and that there was a documented bill in 2023 which was passed. Why this government brought in another bill which is deviation from the previous bill? Because this government did not have any intent to pass the women reservation bill. What they wanted was to create a narrative within the country that we are opposing the women reservation bill. women reservation bill. It is the government,
Okay,
it is the
Mr.
BJP
Mishra.
which is opposing it.
Okay, so you are questioning the delay. You are saying, why this 30-month delay if the bill was unanimously passed in 2023? The government never had the intent, which is why they waited for 30 months, right?
We are telling why are you introducing a new condition in a bill which is passed in 2023? Why can't you execute a bill which is already passed by almost 90-95% majority? Why are you bringing in another bill, putting another clause and trying to do your dirty
But that
politics
clause, 1
of
minute, that
voting?
clause is not the first time that, the country will see delimitation. The Congress has done it. What is the problem with delimitation?
Delimitation are supposed to do after census. So do the census first. Why are you not doing census? Why are you bypassing the census? Why are you going by the census which is done probably 15 years back?
Who did the census? Which government? You have a problem with the census done by your own government.
About the problem with it is not about who did the census, it is about the data. From that time, there have been 30 crores more new citizens of India. How can you do a delimitation on a data which is 15-year-old? If you really are okay with that, then be okay with the data.
So,
which is
Ashwini ji,
1970.
just think about what you are saying. You concede that the population has grown, that the current number is injustice to the democratic voice of the people. But just extend that logic. When you say that do it on 543, will that not be injustice, disservice?
The 543 numbers are the numbers which is accepted by everyone. Even Bajpayee ji in 2001 says this is okay. We'll just delay it till 2026. We'll do a census in 2026 and post that we'll do delimitation. So why this government wanted to create another path, another way out?
Listen, Mr. Mishra, I give up if the government was not able to convince you after 18 hours of debate, whatever the number of hours, then I don't know what will take. But pictures on your screen are of BJP MPs, NDA MPs protesting the betrayal by the opposition. Sanju Verma, I am just coming to you. Let me just bring in Vivek Srivastava. Vivek Srivastava, are you proud that the women's quota bill did not go through?
The women's quota bill was already passed in 2023. But yes, the people of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Telangana and Karnataka, you can sleep in peace because India Alliance member parliaments fought for your rights. They did not pass the draconian laws because of which your representation in the parliament would have been reduced from 24% to 20%. The injustice for the South Indian states, that has been negated. Congratulations, sleep well, we are with you. This is the first part. The second part is 543 we told, we are ready. You say 543 seats are in all and 33% reservation, it's all okay. Entire opposition is with you. Is it not clear? Why are you not interested in a census? Why is your census delayed? You said the census is delayed because of COVID. Small countries like Myanmar, Nigeria and 12 others have done their census. Post-COVID.
Sir,
why could India not do
what
it?
you are saying has the answer. They are small countries. It's a mammoth exercise in a country as big as ours. But let me pick on the first point. 1 minute. You've made 2 points. First, you said 24 से 20% हो जाएगा. ये कहाँ से आ रहा है ये number? After the 50% formula promised by the government, how is this number valid?
50% seat नहीं होता sir. Percentage of seats, percentage of seats in the Lok Sabha is going to reduce from 24% to 20%. Go and calculate and ask your team to do it.
No. The viewers know how good you are in maths. You remember that show. So I am not going to take your word on it. If you have the number, please tell us. मैं भी जानना चाहता हूं कि ये कौन सा आर्यभट्टा वाला थियरी आप अभी बताएंगे जिसमें 24 से 20 हो रहा है, बताइए.
मैं बता रहा हूं. जी सर मेरी बात सुनिए. I am, let us say, Srinivasan. I am from Tamil Nadu. I study more. I am educated. I do family planning and I contribute more to the coffers of the nation. And so does every Tamilian and every citizen of South India. And because of family planning, if our population is less, you are saying आपका representation parliament में कम होगा. Because my seats are lesser. Even though economically I contribute more to the
Vivek
khazana, to the
Srivastava, who
treasury
said
of
this?
the
The
country.
government said 50% increase for all states.
Really? Why 50%? It should be 80% for us. We are contributing to the country. We do family planning. We don't increase the population. We don't take up the nation's resources. Why 50% for Tamil Nadu? Do it 80%.
उत्तर प्रदेश
Why
के लिए
the same-
नहीं 1 मिनट, उत्तर प्रदेश को कितना देंगे सर? लेफ्ट वहां नहीं है, आप बताइए कितना देंगे?
नहीं उत्तर प्रदेश भाई आप फॉर्मूला निकालिए. हम भी वही सरकार को कह रहे हैं फॉर्मूला निकालो ना. आप गधे घोड़े सबको एक बराबर तो नहीं करोगे ना दुनिया में.
आप वोटर को गधा और घोड़ा कह रहे हैं. बहुत अच्छा, ये आप ऐसे ही कहते जाइए और फिर लेफ्ट का क्या हाल है वो आप जानते हैं. और आपके लॉजिक से अगर चले तो ये जो आपने नई थियरी रीइन्वेंट की है कि अगर आप टैक्स ज्यादा देते हैं तो आपके वोट की वैल्यू 8 नहीं 5 होगी, अगर आप उससे भी ज्यादा देते हैं तो 10 होगी. विवेक श्रीवास्तव,
पॉपुलेशन
था तो मुझे
पॉपुलेशन सर हमने पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल किया दक्षिण भारत में.
पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल. नाउ यू आर अ वोटरी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल. विल यू पुट इट इन योर मैनिफेस्टो कि हम पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल करेंगे? करके देखिए क्या होता है.
क्या करके देखिए दक्षिण
आप
भारत
बोलिए ना
करता
सर,
है.
आप अभी शो पे
आप
बोल
देखिए ना
दीजिए,
growth of population
आप
in
अभी शो पे
2000
बोल
states.
दीजिए that every couple must have just two children, 3 children, जो भी आप बोल दीजिए, and then you see how you antagonize a vote bank, your vote bank, the coveted vote bank. Harshvardhan ji, Tushar, I know you all want to answer, but let's go to Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, the charge on the BJP is that you were never interested in the women's quota. By linking delimitation to it, you have betrayed women.
In 2023, when we did not link delimitation with women's reservation, opposition blamed us. Now in 2026, when we have linked delimitation to women's reservation, opposition still continues to blame us. So basically, whether the BJP does the right thing or presumably the wrong thing, BJP is the party which has to be shot in the dock. I just want to say one thing to the opposition: you can't eat your cake and have it too. And I'll tell you why. First and foremost, very quickly in 20 seconds, I want to rebut Vivek Srivastava, who lied through his teeth brazenly on your show. Had the 131st Amendment passed, the number of seats of Karnataka would have risen from 28 to 42, Andhra Pradesh from 25 to 38, Telangana from 17 to 26, Tamil Nadu from 39 to 59, and Kerala from 20 to 30. The total percentage of southern states would have risen from 23.76% to 23.90%. So the most important point is southern states would have benefited. Southern states would not have lost. And now let me say to Vivek Srivastava and everybody else there who has a smirk on their face from the opposition parties, ये बार-बार कहते हैं Kerala is a very developed state. Kerala is a beautiful state. But let us not forget, Kerala has been thrown into the throes of bankruptcy by the highly incompetent Pinarayi Vijayan. Kerala is borrowing 47,000 crores every quarter from the RBI's WMA window simply to stay afloat. तो यहाँ बैठकर केरल के बारे में आप बोलते हो तो आंकड़ों के साथ बात कीजिए. I come from Maharashtra. Forget Maharashtra. Just the Mumbai metropolitan region contributes 26 lakh crore. You heard that right. 26 lakh crore to India's GDP. 26 lakh crore is more than the GDP of Telangana. तो क्या अभी मैं ये बोलूं that Mumbai metropolitan region should be carved out as a separate state? No. And my final point is this, Pranesh. With a population of 3.5 crore, Kerala sends 20 members to Lok Sabha. अभी वही लॉजिक यूज करके in 10 seconds, उत्तर प्रदेश की पॉपुलेशन मान लीजिए 25 करोड़ है. Then by the old formula also, Uttar Pradesh should not be sending 8080 seats. Uttar Pradesh should be sending 143 seats if population is the only yardstick. और यदि उत्तर प्रदेश की पॉपुलेशन को 28 करोड़ माना जाए, even by the old formula, Uttar Pradesh should be sending 160 members to parliament, not 80 members. So the other point I want to make is, please stop saying delimitation is only about population. My final point, राहुल गांधी ने क्या कहा? मोदी जी का चेहरा देखा? अरे राहुल गांधी जी, मोदी जी का चेहरा तो सारी दुनिया देखती है, बट आज आपने अपने चेहरे के ऊपर जो नकाब था, आपने खुद को बेनकाब कर दिया. The Congress party has shown its true colors. Akhilesh Yadav has shown his true colors. Is Rahul Gandhi anti-women? Yes. Is Priyanka Vadra anti-women? Yes. Is Akhilesh Yadav anti-women? Yes. Because Pranesh, my final point before I give the baton to somebody else. Had we passed the 131st amendment, the number of women MPs would have risen to at least 273. And when I say that the Congress is anti-women, I want to tell them, you are the same party which keeps talking about OBCs. और बीजेपी ने भारत को पहला ओबीसी प्रधानमंत्री दिया.
नरेंद्र मोदी. Faizan Kidwai, the government said that we are ready to give it in writing that there will be 50% increase in seats across states. The Home Minister said it in house. I'm sure suna hoga aapne. According to Vivek Srivastava, who's your alliance partner, he's saying Tamil Nadu should get more seats because, they followed discipline, implemented population control measures, followed the policy. UP did not. आप बताइए तो यूपी के सीट्स कम कर दें? Should we penalize UP?
Good evening, Pranesh. Good evening. And first of all, I would request you to kindly give me this some uninterrupted time because Sanju Verma has made some allegations directly, not only on India Bloc, but Samajwadi Party also. Sanju, you said our true colors have been exposed. Yes, madam, wo true color hai Tiranga. Because not all superheroes wear red capes. Some wear red caps also, you can see there. Okay, so Pranesh, I would like to congratulate the people of India because this anti-PDA, anti-Mahila, anti-federalism and anti-constitutional bill of Bharatiya Janata Party has fallen flat on its face. I congratulate people of India. I congratulate the India Bloc for protecting the federal structure of India and staying committed to the women empowerment for the empowerment of PDA women. See, Pranesh, you are saying that the Prime Minister and Mr. Home Minister was saying that we'll give it in writing. There are a lot of things Narendra Modi has given in writing and verbally. He said, 50 din de do, uske baad hang me, wo khatam ho jayega demonetization se, kala dhan or fake currency. Just read the reports. The black market is thriving. The fake currency notes are more than what they were earlier. So 50 din to unhone pura kiya nahi. आगे उनकी बात पे क्या भरोसा करें. And let me read out this Clause 8 in this document. Delimitation Commission on the basis of census will determine number of seats to each state. This means the Delimitation Commission has the complete authority. Furthermore, there's another clause 10 which says that this commission cannot be challenged in the court of law. So now they are protecting themselves. Even constitutional amendments are not immune from the court of law. They can be challenged. So Narendra Modi is in no position to ask us that why don't you trust us? Because, sir, unfortunately, you have lost the trust and confidence of people of India. Why? Only a few things that Samajwadi was asking. First of all, do a census. Why do you want to rely on an ancient 2011 census? Pranesh, just let me give this figure to you. This is a figure from Pew Research, and if you compare it with the official data of 2011 census, it says SCs have grown from 2011 till only 2021 by 8.4%, STs roughly 1%. Minorities 0.8%, OBCs are around 45 to 50%, and you don't have a clause. You are not giving quota within quota even to OBCs. Why so? We want quota for the OBCs also, but you don't want. You are linking it to delimitation.
एक मिनट सुन लीजिए मिस्टर चिडवाई. Listen to this 1 minute. So So the opposition, many in the opposition are saying, let's implement this on 543. Right? And then in the next breath you are saying, but you see you don't have the fresh data, so it will be injustice. ये दोनों एक साथ कैसे होगा? 543 पे करना है. When were the seats frozen to 543?
See,
one minute, sir, listen to me. Ideally, Ashwini ji and Vivek Srivastava must answer this. 543 seats कब freeze हुए थे? तब से अभी तक क्या कर रहे थे हम? विवेक श्रीवास्तव बोलिए आप.
हाँ, सुन लीजिए सर, सुन लीजिए. हाँ सर, देखिए, हम नहीं कह रहे कि you freeze it at 543. What is Mr. Kidwai trying to say? He's saying
no, forget Mr. Kidwai. Answer my question. I am not Mr. Kidwai. I am asking you. You just said implement 33% on 543. When were the seats frozen to 543? What did the Congress government do? If the Congress says Modi is anti-women, why did you wait?
Can I get 20 seconds from you? Can I get 20 seconds? And अगर rhetoric और rally आप थोड़ा रोकें तो मैं बोल लूं 20 सेकंड. Yes. So 543 you are saying there is no freeze. I agree there is no freeze. But the question is different. I am saying in 543 there are some seats for SCs, some for STs, some for general category. Now you are increasing it by 100, 200, 300, 500, 1000, whatever. Will you give reservation to SCs in the new seats, STs in the new seats? And as Dharmendra Yadav ji said, maybe even the Muslims, why not? If you can amend the constitution
Muslims?
and grant the quota for OBCs.
One minute. Which constitution are you referring to? The Chinese constitution that has, a special clause for Uyghur Muslims? Our constitution, unfortunately, Mr. Srivastava, let me, this must be news to you, does not allow religion-based quota. आप पढ़ लीजिए, आपने पता नहीं क्या पढ़ लिया है. 1 minute. हर्षवर्धन जी, ये जो आज आपने डिबेट सुनी और अभी जो पैनलिस्ट को आप सुन रहे हैं, राहुल गांधी जी ने, उनका जब मौका है, उन्होंने एक मैजिक शो पे चर्चा की, मैजिक दिखा दिया. अभी जब पार्लियामेंट से वो बाहर आए, उन्होंने कहा कि आपने प्रधानमंत्री मोदी का चेहरा देखा, हमने इस बिल को गिरा दिया.
देखिए प्रणय जी, सबसे पहले तो ये कि इससे दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण नहीं हो सकता कि आज भी जो पुरुषवादी अहंकार है जो कांग्रेस पार्टी और विपक्षी पार्टियों ने दिखाया है, वो आज फिर से जीता और महिलाएं हार गई. ये बड़ा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है. और राहुल गांधी जिसको कहते हैं ना कि महिलाओं के हारने को प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी का चेहरा देखा, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब यह हुआ कि महिलाओं को आरक्षण नहीं मिला तो नरेंद्र मोदी का चेहरा बन गया और राहुल गांधी को आनंद आ रहा है. ऐसे ही व्यक्ति के लिए ये सब है मैजिशियन और इस तरह की बातें. लोकसभा में चर्चा के दौरान क्या किसी तथ्य पर, क्या महिला आरक्षण से जुड़े मुद्दे पर, क्या परिसीमन से जुड़े मुद्दे पर राहुल गांधी ने एक भी बात की? और गृहमंत्री अमित शाह ने आज बड़ी अच्छी बात कही कि बहुत से सीनियर कांग्रेस पॉलिटिशियन हैं, उनसे पूछना चाहिए कि कैसे सदन में बोला जाता है. और नहीं पूछ पा रहे हैं तो अपनी बहन प्रियंका से पूछ लें. प्रियंका गांधी ने भी तंज किया, एचएम पर भी तंज किया, लेकिन वो एक तरीका होता है. राहुल गांधी तो विषय के आसपास दूर दूर तक नहीं थे. सदन का मजाक बनाना राहुल गांधी के लिए एक सामान्य हो गया है और महिलाओं का मजाक बनाया है कांग्रेस पार्टी. जिसने इसके विरोध में वोट किया है, क्या इसकी कोई आवश्यकता थी आज? और सबसे बड़ी बात, डिबेट के बीच में केसी वेणुगोपाल ने 2 शर्तें रखी और गृह मंत्री अमित शाह ने उनकी एक शर्त तुरंत मानी कि अगर पूरा सदन सहमत हो तो 50% रिटर्न में देंगे. कई लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कहां लिखा हुआ है? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, संविधान को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंडमेंट के अधिकार इसीलिए संसद को इसीलिए अधिकार देता है. क्या ये सामान्य समझ नहीं है? इसीलिए तो 131st अमेंडमेंट था. ये 130 संशोधन इसके पहले हो चुके हैं. और सवाल ये कि अगर ये लगता है कि दक्षिण भारत को उनके जो प्रोपोर्शनेट में दिया जा रहा है, सबको एक बराबर बढ़ाया जा रहा है, जबकि सच ये है कि ये उत्तर भारत के साथ अन्याय था, उसके बावजूद उत्तर भारत के नेता, उत्तर भारत के लोग नहीं उसके खिलाफ खड़े. और सबसे जरूरी बात प्रणय जी, 1976 में इंदिरा गांधी को लगा कि अब उत्तर भारत उनके खिलाफ खड़ा हो गया है, तो उत्तर भारतीयों के साथ कांग्रेस ने उस वक्त से अन्याय करना शुरू किया और राजनीतिक दलों को लगा कि इसको टालते रहे, जैसे देश की दूसरी समस्याओं को टालते रहे। उसको महिला आरक्षण को एक समस्या की तरह देखा, समाधान की तरह देखा ही नहीं। और इसीलिए आज वो वहां पहुंचे जहां महिला आरक्षण का विरोध करते हुए दिखे। अगर गृह मंत्री ने कहा कि एक घट्टा दीजिए, हम 50% कर रहे हैं, और कोई एक तरीका निकल सकता था, मेरा ये मानना है वो आरक्षण दिया जाना चाहिए था, वैसे ही बहुत लेट हो गया।
नहीं, जब उन्होंने ये कहा उसके बाद भी किसी ने, अब मुझे याद नहीं है किसने कहा, लेकिन किसी ने ये कहा कि ये पहले क्यों नहीं डाला, आप क्यों बोल रहे हैं आप 1 घंटे में ऐड कर देंगे। बट तुषार, यू नो, of the optics, of the details, of the numbers from both sides, the story is that in the end, women have been betrayed once again. They'll have to wait.
Ganesh, I'll reply to all the points made in the debate so far. In our democracy, when it comes to voting, गधे और घोड़े एक समान ही होते हैं, तभी एक सिटीजन को और एक कम्युनिस्ट को पूरा अधिकार होता है वोट डालने का। पहली बात। दूसरी बात, और not all superhero wear capes, but all superheroes know the difference between the electors of a constituency and the population of a constituency. It was quite surprising that Home Minister Amit Shah had to remind the Samajwadi leader the difference between the two. Point number 3, yes, the BJP's first amendment has failed. 131st amendment has failed. It did not get the numbers. Now what happens? The constitutional framework will kick in. The frozen part, the seat freeze was until 2026. The first census that happens after 2026. And when the numbers come out, the government will only require a simple majority to enact the next Delimitation Act. And according to Article 81, they can redistribute and redraw the 543 Lok Sabha seats on the basis of population. They won't have any obligation to offer 50% increase in seats as per the current proportion to any state. That was only possible if Article 81 could be amended, and Amit Shah made that offer. DMK and BRS and UDF, these parties don't even realize that the Home Minister was going as far as amending Article 81, changing the entire nature of Article 81 altogether, but they missed that trick. समाजवादी पार्टी है, सेज हम तिरंगे के साथ है। अरे भाई साहब, आपके राज्य के लोग जिनको आप रिप्रेजेंट करना चाहते हैं, जिनके लिए आप लड़ते हैं, इलेक्शन लड़ते हैं, they are underrepresented compared to the states of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. And you don't care about it. But nevertheless, I wish Samajwadi Party all the best, explaining to the voters next year when the UP elections happen that why were they prioritizing Muslim reservations in the parliament over women reservations. So Pradesh, what has really happened? The delimitation will still happen. The constitutional framework will still kick in. But the southern states that the Congress champions, they will not now have the benefit of 50% increase because there is no constitutional amendment. There is no amendment of Article 81. So how will it happen? As per the constitutional amendment of 2002, 84th amendment, you'll just have, 543 seats redrawn on the basis of population.
Let me bring in Mr. Bhattacharya. Mr. Bhattacharya, why couldn't the opposition say yes to the offer by the Home Minister that we will give you the 50% seat increase across states in writing? It was one of your demands. The government agreed.
Ganesh, see, it's a very unfortunate day when the Women's Reservation Bill has failed. But the failure should be attributed only to the government. There was no purpose of linking it to delimitation. As of the present Lok Sabha, 37% of the members are ladies. In Bengal, without even having a Women's Reservation Bill, more than 50% of the representation is of more than 34% reservation is of ladies, be it the Gao Panchayat till the assembly. Now, this government always tries to bulldoze things. And this is the first option where they have found out that you cannot go and bulldoze. A constitutional amendment does not happen in this way. You need more debates, more discussions. Please understand, Pranesh, the numbers are not in favor of the government. They are balancing on the crutches of the PDP and Nitish. And 2029 will be a different ballgame altogether.
Mr. Bhattacharya, I know that numbers are not in favor of the government. Even the government was aware. You think if they had the numbers, the Prime Minister would be offering a blank check? He would not. You know what happened to Article 370, how people would say that nobody can touch Article 370. The government had the numbers. Article 370 is history now. let me ask you a more fundamental question. That Congress had majority in the past. Why didn't the Congress do it if they wanted to do it on 543?
It's an excellent question you have asked. It is for the Congress to answer why they did not do it when Rajiv Gandhi had the full absolute two-third majority.
Okay, who is the Congress on the panel? Ashwini ji, aap answer kijiye. I'm coming to you, Sanju Verma. I'm just coming to you after this.
So, Pranesh, so we all agreed that the bill which is not passed in the parliament is 131.
No, 1 minute. Not that. Specific question asked by Mr. Bhattacharya.
Also, but first let's get the fundamentals right.
अरे फंडामेंटल्स पता है सबको, आप ये इसका क्वेश्चन दे दीजिए ना. फंडामेंटल क्वेश्चन है. जब 400 सीट्स थी तब क्या रुकावट आ गई थी?
पार्लियामेंट में पास नहीं हुआ है, वो वुमेन रिजर्वेशन बिल नहीं है, 131 अमेंडमेंट है.
बहुत अच्छा.
रिजर्वेशन
You can keep saying that. You can keep saying that. I don't know, how much of an impact will have. But answer this question. Ashwini ji, why shy away from answering that question? Mr. Bhattacharya has given you the number. 400 seats you had. Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister. Why didn't you do it if you wanted it on 543?
Pranesh, you don't put words in my mouth. Let me finish my point. First, let's agree the bill which is not passed in the parliament in 131 amendment bill and not the women reservation bill. Women reservation bill was already passed and it is the government which did not have an intent to pass women reservation bill. So they brought an amendment bill. Now answering your question, in 1989, late Rajiv Gandhi was the first one who introduced the women reservation bill in Panchayat. It was then Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Advani who opposed the bill.
They did not have 400 seats. Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Advani, they did not have 400 seats. Rajiv Gandhi had. That is not the answer to the question. Sanju Verma, the Home Minister, also said that Rajiv Gandhi gave his longest speech to oppose the Mandal Commission. Let's play out what Amit Shah said and I am coming to you, Sanju Verma, for a response.
अगर इस बिल का विरोध करने का कारण 50% लिखित में चाहिए तो 1 घंटा सदन बंद कर दिए. मैं ऑफिशियल अमेंडमेंट लेकर आता हूं मान्यवर, मगर बिल पारित करने का वो वादा करें. अब वेणुगोपाल जी बताए क्या बिल पारित करेंगे? ओबीसी का सबसे बड़ा कोई विरोधी पार्टी है तो मैं बिल्कुल कंफ्यूजन के बगैर कह सकता हूं कांग्रेस पार्टी. 1980 में इंदिरा जी आई, मंडल आयोग का सुझाव आया और मंडल आयोग के सुझाव को इंदिरा जी ने ठंडे बस्ते में डाल दिया. 90 में जब बीपी सिंह आए तब वो मंडल आयोग का इंप्लीमेंटेशन लेकर आए और उस वक्त मान्यवर विपक्ष के नेता राजीव गांधी, उन्होंने यहां पर अपने जीवन का सबसे लंबा भाषण मंडल आयोग का विरोध करने में किया. अपने जीवन का सबसे. इन लोगों को कहता हूं, कांग्रेस के मित्रों को विशेष कर कि सिर्फ.
You hear that? Rajiv Gandhi opposed Mandal Commission. Sanju Verma.
Pranesh ji, I just want to focus on a few important points. First and foremost, let's get one thing very clear. राजीव गांधी पर तो आएंगे ही, जैसा अमित शाह जी ने कहा. In 1953, Nehru instituted a committee under Kaka Kalelkar to give reservation to OBCs. Kaka Kalelkar submitted the recommendations in 1955. Nehru threw those recommendations into the dustbin. 1980 and 1982, Mandal Commission recommendations were thrown into the garbage bin by Rahul Gandhi's grandmother Indira Gandhi. Then let's speak of September 1990. Rajiv Gandhi threw the Mandal Commission recommendations into the dustbin. पर बात यहाँ खत्म नहीं हुई. ये वही राहुल गांधी है जो आज ओबीसी दलित समुदाय के लिए सीना पीट कर दुहाई देते हैं. In 2007, Manmohan Singh / Sonia Gandhi's kitchen cabinet appointed the Usha Mehra committee. She suggested quota within quota for Dalits. Manmohan Singh and Sonia Gandhi's kitchen cabinet threw the Usha Mehra committee recommendations again into the garbage bin. But I want to focus on a very important point. Please understand one thing, and this is very important. Under Article 368(2), once the sitting government of the day fails to pass a bill in the Lok Sabha and it lapses, the government can reintroduce that bill after referring it to a standing committee after 6 months. And when the Modi government does this after 6 months, at that time, it is not a 2/3 majority, but only a simple majority
That's
of 50%
right.
of the members present and voting. And my final point, Praneshji, please, just final point. राजीव गांधी के सुपुत्र राहुल गांधी कहते हैं मोदी गवर्नमेंट इज एंटी ओबीसी. अरे वी गेव एन ओबीसी चीफ मिनिस्टर उमा भारती, वी गेव ओबीसी चीफ मिनिस्टर शिवराज सिंह चौहान, वी गेव ओबीसी चीफ मिनिस्टर बाबूलाल गौड़, वी गेव ओबीसी चीफ मिनिस्टर कल्याण सिंह. द करंट मध्य प्रदेश चीफ मिनिस्टर मोहन यादव इज ऑल्सो एन ओबीसी. वी गेव एन ओबीसी प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड और तो और. मैं राहुल गांधी से पूछना चाहती हूं, विच इज द कांग्रेस बॉडी विच हैज द मैक्सिमम अथॉरिटी? डू यू नो दैट? It's not the Congress CLP or the CWC. It is the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. Who are the members? Sonia Gandhi is an OBC. P. Chidambaram is an OBC. Ashok Ganguly is an OBC. Vijay Mahajan is an OBC. Montek Singh Ahluwalia is an OBC. Priyanka Vadra is an OBC.
Okay.
They're all members of the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation.
हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी जी, ये जो अभी जैसे आपने सुना कि विवेक श्रीवास्तव, फैजान किडवई ये सब कह रहे हैं कि हमें महिला आरक्षण बिल से प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ना ही उस पुश से प्रॉब्लम है, हम उसका समर्थन करते हैं, लेकिन ये सरकार ही नहीं चाहती थी, इसीलिए उन्होंने डिलिमिटेशन से इसको लिंक कर दिया. वो कह रहे हैं कि अगर ये लिंक नहीं करते तो ये स्थिति नहीं आती.
नहीं देखिए प्रणय जी, ये तो मतलब इससे ज्यादा नॉनसेंस क्या होगा कि आप जब तक आप सत्ता में रहे आपने 543 पे नहीं किया, और अब आप कह रहे हैं कि नहीं नहीं ये तो 543 पे अभी कर दीजिए. 1976 में फ्रीज हो गया. आप जरा सोचिए 1971 के सेंसस पर है. एक तरफ तो करें 2026 वाला सेंसस चाहिए जो आगे आएगा, जो 2029 तक नहीं हो सकता है, और दूसरी तरफ ये कह रहे हैं कि 1971 के सेंसस पर चलिए. क्या दोहरा चरित्र है भाई. देश की महिलाओं को ये बहुत साफ साफ दिख रहा है. और मैं फिर कह रहा हूं, राजनीतिक दलों को बहुत लंबा समय लगा ये स्वीकार करने में कि महिलाओं को 33% आरक्षण मिलना चाहिए. अब एक बार जब ये हो गया है, उसके बावजूद वो बहाने बना रहे हैं, कोई भी टेक्निकल रीजन देकर बिल को गिराना, बिल का अपोज करना है. राहुल गांधी, अखिलेश यादव, और देखिए ये कोई छिपी हुई बात तो है नहीं. शरद यादव ने कहा था प्रकटी महिलाएं, मुलायम सिंह यादव क्या बोलते थे, कौन कौन आ जाएगा, एलीट क्लास की महिलाएं आ जाएंगी. तो सही बात है, डिंपल यादव आ गई, प्रियंका आ गई, इस तरह के लोग आ गए एलीट क्लास. लेकिन जो महिला, आम महिला आती, जो देश के हर हिस्से की महिला आती, वो नहीं आ पा रही. और अगर ये बढ़ता, जरा आप कल्पना कीजिए, मैं कह रहा हूं सब छोड़ दीजिए, आप भाजपा, कांग्रेस, समाजवादी पार्टी, डीएमके सब छोड़िए. इस वक्त कोई भी जो लड़की जिसकी थोड़ी सी भी पॉलिटिकल इंक्लिनेशन होगा, इंटरेस्ट होगा, वो इसको देखते हुए क्या सोच रही होगी. हमें 850 की लिमिट में 1/3 सीटों पर लड़ने का अवसर मिलता. हम देश की सबसे बड़ी पंचायत में सांसद के तौर पर बैठते, विधानसभाओं में बैठते. उसको इन लोगों ने पूरी तरह से उनके सपने को ध्वस्त किया है. ये महिला विरोधी लोग हैं, इन्होंने अपना चरित्र फिर से उजागर किया है.
विवेक श्रीवास्तव, now that the bill has been defeated, can I ask you something? If all these parties who voted against the bill, will you promise that in the next election, let's say in the next general election, all of you, the parties that voted against this, true to the promise you made or the remarks you made, will give 33% seats to women even without the bill, because in principle you agree?
Yes, we are agreeing right now. We agreed yesterday. KC Venugopal agreed yesterday. Priyanka Gandhi agreed
why
yesterday.
Abhi tak kyun nahi kiya? You are waiting for Pranesh to tell you. When you support the, no, 1 minute, when you support women's reservation 33% in principle, why were you waiting for a bill to come? Why?
Ji. Yes. No. Now the government is of Modi, and if Mr. Modi doesn't want the reservation to be given, and he introduces a bill deliberately so that it is defeated because he doesn't want the women to get reservation, this is the whole game of the BJP, because 240 member parliaments of the BJP don't want to give reservation from their quota 33% to women. This is the game. So they told Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah, additional seats lao in महिलाओं के लिए. हमारे में से उम्मीद मत रखो, हमें रहना है सत्ता में. This is the game.
इसका क्या मतलब है सर? Do you even realize what you are saying? हर्षवर्धन जी कुछ कह रहे हैं आपसे.
मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूं, अगर इनको इतना श्योरिटी से पता था कि इसीलिए लेकर आ रही सरकार, तो इसे सपोर्ट कर देते, महिलाओं को आरक्षण भी मिल जाता और ये सरकार एक्सपोज हो जाती. आप उसके बाद बताते कि देखिए हमारे समर्थन से गई. नरेंद्र मोदी ने तो साफ साफ कह दिया कि हम आपका भी फोटो लगवा देंगे, विज्ञापन में लगवा देंगे, आपको क्रेडिट दे देंगे. इसके बावजूद आप महिला आरक्षण के साथ नहीं खड़े हो सके. शर्म आनी चाहिए इन महिला विरोधियों को, शर्म आनी चाहिए.
फैजान चिटवाई
ये
साहब देखिए, ये लोग बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर रहे हैं, इनको शर्म आनी चाहिए, शर्म आनी चाहिए बता रहे हैं. लास्ट लोकसभा में हमने दिया था 22%, बीजेपी ने 17% दिया था सिर्फ औरतों को टिकट, और बात यहां ज्ञान की कर रहे हैं. और एक बात संजू वर्मा आपको बता दूं, 1989 में जब राजीव गांधी साहब 30% रिजर्वेशन ला रहे थे पंचायती राज में, तो आपके अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी, आपके अडवाणी साहब और बीजेपी के बाकी लोगों ने उसका विरोध किया था. अब आकर के आप यहां बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर रहे हैं. और ओबीसी 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 बड़ा गिनाया था आपने. अरे भाई, इसमें कोटा विद इन कोटा में एक ओबीसी को कोटा तो आप दे नहीं पा रहे हैं. और जो हमारे साथी बैठे हुए एनालिस्ट तुषार साहब, उन्होंने अभी बात करी थी कि रिलीजियस बेस्ड हम कोटे की बात कर रहे हैं. नॉट एट ऑल सर, वी आर डिमांडिंग कोटा विद इन कोटा फॉर ओबीसीज इवन इन मुस्लिम category, and that is totally permissible under Article 15 and Article 16. There are 70 groups within Muslim communities who are listed in center and state and even upheld by the court within the OBC category.
On socio-economic terms, not on religion. Somebody from the Samajwadi Party said religion. Muslim महिलाओं को दीजिए.
OBC में आती हैं 70 कैटेगरीज हैं, उनको दीजिए.
ये आर्टिकुलेशन तो होना चाहिए ना. आप बोल रहे 50% लिखा नहीं. मे बी यू शुड बिकम अ मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट. फैजान चिटवाई देन तुषार.
Again, I think everyone here is missing the bus. The government can still do delimitation after the first census post 2026. Delimitation अगर आपको लग रहा है कि अब नहीं होगी क्योंकि सरकार के पास नंबर्स नहीं है, तो एक गलत फहमी में मत रहिए. सरकार के पास अब ये राइट होगा कि एक डीलिमिटेशन एक्ट इनैक्ट करे सिंपल मेजॉरिटी के तहत, और उसके बाद जो 550 लोकसभा कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज हैं लगभग, उन्हीं को नॉर्थ और साउथ और ईस्ट और वेस्ट के स्टेट्स में वापस रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूट और रीड्रॉप करें. तो अगर आप कह रहे कि आपने ये बिल रोककर साउथ के स्टेट्स का भला किया, आपने भला नहीं किया, ये आपने सेल्फ गोल किया. सरकार आपको क्या ऑफर कर रही थी कि हम 50% इंक्रीज करेंगे सीट्स का, जहां जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कहीं नहीं लिखा है, पर सरकार कह रही थी हम वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट तैयार है, आपके सामने 1 घंटे में रख सकते हैं. आपने उस चीज को भी नकार दिया. तो थोड़ा बैठिए, सोचिए जो आपने सेल्फ गोल किया है उसका आने वाली डीलिमिटेशन पर क्या असर पड़ेगा. क्योंकि जो फ्रीज था वो पहले 25 साल का था, फिर वाजपेयी साहब ने 25 साल का किया. 2026 में तो उसे जाना है, चाहे आप कुछ ना करें चाहे सरकार कुछ करे. तो अब आपने जो सेल्फ गोल किया, इसमें बैठ के थोड़ा सोचना चाहिए. आई डोंट नो व्हाट विक्ट्री आर दे क्लेमिंग.
Let me ask you one simple question. Do you believe by voting against the bill, by voting it down, by rejecting it, you've given a big issue to the BJP on a platter?
BJP always wanted to do a politics of optics only. They were never serious about women reservation, because women reservation was already passed on paper with rules in 2023. Why to bring in an amendment to change what is already passed in the parliament with 95% majority? It is a pure optics politics which is exposed. You may defend Sanju ji, but that's the harsh reality that you were never serious about the women. You were never serious about the women reservation, and that is the reason you have been opposing it from the very, very long time. And you spoke about Congress never thought about it. Congress did try twice to pass a women reservation bill, but it was not cleared. It was not cleared on the floor. So Congress always had intent. Congress always supported it. We are still supporting women reservation, but
Sanju
we are
Verma.
not supporting your backdoor entry.
Yes, Sanju Verma, respond to Ashwini ji.
Yes, I just want to say one thing. We are all aware that in 1996, H.D. Deve Gowda first proposed women's reservation. What people don't know, Pranesh, is that in 1998, 1999, 2002 and 2003, Atal Bihari Vajpayee proposed women's reservation at 33%, but the Congress opposed Atal Bihari Vajpayee on 4 occasions. But you will be surprised to know When the Congress proposed women's reservation in Rajya Sabha in 2008, the BJP supported the Congress. In 2010, when Sonia Gandhi was agreeable towards women's reservation, she had to cave in because the RJD and Samajwadi Party opposed the Congress. The likes of C.K. Jafar Sharif, who was Railways Minister under P.V. Narasimha Rao, opposed Sonia Gandhi's proposal. तो यहाँ बैठकर फैजान किडवाई जो नारी शक्ति पर जुमलेबाजी कर रहे हैं, इनको कह दूं, इनके अखिलेश यादव हमेशा से नारी विरोधी रहे हैं, महिला विरोधी रहे हैं. And a leopard can never change its spots. A tiger can never change its stripes. And that is true for Lal Topi Dhari Wale. And my final point is this, Pranesh, before I bring my argument to a close. Let's not forget, had the 131st Amendment come through, do you know something? The proportion of seats for Dalits would have risen from 84 to 131. The proportion of seats for STs, as in Adivasis, would have risen from 47 to 74. The proportion of seats for women would have gone up from 179 to 273. The proportion of seats for Southern India would have gone up from 129 to 195. इतना सब हो जाता यदि राहुल गांधी अपनी ईगो को किनारे रख देते. But Rahul Gandhi's hubris.
Okay, talking of Rahul Gandhi, let's play out what he said today. Some of what he said.
They're not stupid. They knew every opposition person would oppose it. This bill cannot be passed. This was a panic reaction. This was a panic reaction because the Prime Minister at any cost needed to send two messages. Number one, he needed to change the electoral map of India. And number two, he needed to send a message again that he is pro-women. Why he is doing that, I will leave to your imagination. But I will leave it to your imagination, but the powers that be know exactly why he's doing it. Sir, the truth is the magician has been caught. The magician of Balakot, the magician of demonetization, the magician of Sindhur has suddenly got caught.
विवेक श्रीवास्तव, इज मैजिक प्रायोरिटी और महिला? ये मैजिक शो चला दिया इन्होंने.
अरे तो क्या हो गया सर, उन्होंने बोला, आप सुनिए, उन्होंने कर दिया ना, क्रैश कराया ना ये पीपल अनफ्रेंडली बिल. क्रेडिट दीजिए उनको. अब ये पास हो जाता तो आप ढोल पीट रहे होते, मोदी इज द हीरो, मोदी इज द हीरो. अब वो फेल हो गए तो बोलिए मोदी हैज फेल्ड. बोलिए, आप कभी तो बोल दीजिए सर, टुडे मोदी फेल्ड. टुडे
मोदी फेल्ड टू कन्विंस द ऑपोजिशन इन गेटिंग द विमेन्स कोटा बिल पास्ड. आई सेड इट. And you've not just failed Modi, you failed Mahila of this country, women. Vivek Srivastava, if that makes you happy. And you're saying that this is a people, unfriendly bill. Really? What did the Congress do in the Shah Bano case? Was it women friendly, people friendly, community friendly? What was it?
I'll tell you. जी. सर, नहीं, आप क्या चाहते हैं सर? दलित महिलाएं, बैकवर्ड महिलाएं ना आए पार्लियामेंट में? फिल्म फेयर अवार्ड बना दें इसको.
अरे तो शाह बानो केस में आप किसको रोक रहे थे पार्लियामेंट में आने से, या किसको बुला रहे थे? शाह बानो के साथ इंसाफ किया था कोर्ट ने. कांग्रेस ने क्या किया?
चलता फिरता फिल्म फेयर अवार्ड.
विवेक श्रीवास्तव, आपको भी मिलेगा अवार्ड इन हिपोक्रेसी. सुनिए, आप इसका जवाब दीजिए. हर्षवर्धन जी, इनको अवार्ड चाहिए. अब ये लिंक लाइन पे है तो मैं इनका वैसे स्वागत कर चुका हूं स्टूडियो में. एक बार ये कुछ कह रहे थे तो मैंने बोला कि ये 11,1111 लिख के दिखाइए. इन्होंने 2 सेकंड में लिख दिया और वो अवार्ड इनको जनता ने दे दिया. अब ये कह रहे शाह बानो पे इनके पास जवाब नहीं है.
नहीं, देखिए प्रणेश, अभी जो संजू वर्मा ने जो आंकड़े दिए हैं और जो बार बार एक बात जिसकी चर्चा कम हो रही है कि देश के लोग अंडर रिप्रेजेंटेड हैं. डेमोक्रेसी का बेसिक क्या होता है कि आपका जनप्रतिनिधि है क्या, 1976 में फ्रीज जो हुआ 1971 के सेंसस पे वो आज तक है। ये आप एंटी डेमोक्रेटिक काम कर रहे हैं। पहला तो ये डिलिमिटेशन का, दूसरा जब आप वुमेन रिजर्वेशन और डिलिमिटेशन के खिलाफ खड़े हैं तो सचमुच आप जो ओबीसी ज्यादा आते उनको रोक दिया आपने, SC ST ज्यादा आते उनको रोक दिया आपने, मुसलमान भी चुनकर आते उनको रोक दिया आपने, सबको जिसको भी अधिकार मिलना था। महिला विरोधी तो आप हैं ही, महिला, ओबीसी, SC ST, आदिवासी सबके विरोधी हैं। और अगर आप मुसलमानों को भी लाना चाहते थे तो भी आप उस टिकट पर मुसलमान महिलाओं को आपको भी ला सकते थे।
It's only fair that the only woman on the panel gets the last word. संजू वर्मा।
मैं प्रणेश जी बस इतना कहूंगी that never underestimate Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah. They were well aware what the opposition would do and what it would not do. And like I said, picture abhi baki hai. Wait for 6 months. This will be sent to a standing committee under Article 368(2).
Okay.
We will pass it with a simple majority.
I think standing committee will still, even after it goes to standing committee, it will need, more than simple majority. Tushar?
No. It will still need the special majority. That's correct. But again, यहाँ पैनल पे नीचे 4 लोग बैठे हैं। मैं इनको ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि कल को डिलिमिटेशन होगा, how will you then go to the center, whichever government is, and ask for proportional representation for the southern states? आप उनसे फिर कब कहेंगे कि 50% सीट्स में इंक्रीज करिए? किस मुंह से कहेंगे आप? आपने तो आज वो ऑफर ठुकरा दिया।
Let's see how the opposition responds to those questions. अश्विनी जी, यहाँ बोलने से कुछ नहीं होगा। मैजिक शो देखिए आप you betrayed the women of the country and not answered my question about why Rajiv Gandhi did not do this. और विवेक श्रीवास्तव, आपने शाह बानो का भी जवाब नहीं दिया। मैं अगली बार फिर पूछूंगा आपसे। That's all that we have. The news are with Navita Kumar on the other side.